Hi, welcome back to the Console Xplosion Weekly Wrap-Up. I'm your host, the Historic Nerd. We got kind of a number of fun items that happened last week, and I'm going to start with the Retro VGS coming back center stage. And it's also back with the label the Coleco Chameleon, raising even more questions about this system, and how somehow they managed to get the Coleco title actually on this system, which is kind of a unique happenstance. So they're bringing back the Coleco name to be put on this retro system, which in essence is an attempt to bring back cartridge gaming. And their goal is to bring new 8-bit, 16-bit, and 32-bit games out on cartridge. And also have it be reverse compatible with older systems, kind of like the Retron 5 and things like that. So that's their goal. And they managed to get a negotiated deal with Coleco to put their name on it. Even though it's actually not the same Coleco, it's a company that just owns the rights to it. But we'll kind of see where that goes. Then next, something that kind of is near and dear to my heart, you have the Star Trek Beyond trailer coming out, which has almost immediately received hate from a lot of people online. So we'll kind of see where that goes. Me, unfortunately, I didn't like the trailer because it had a motorcycle in it, and not to mention now Beastie Boys is somehow synonymous with Star Trek, which I didn't think that was going to happen based on when I was watching it as a kid. But then again, my Star Trek died long ago.
I could never resist you.
But alright, next up we have the Umbra Witch from Bayonetta joining the cast of the Super Smash Bros. So that means a little more amiibos for a lot of people to go crazy over. So that's kind of a fun little thing. And then next up, we kind of have, if you didn't like the XMen trailer, there's an individual who's actually been recutting them with 90s cartoon footage, so it actually kind of makes it really amusing. But then you remember how bad Apocalypse looked. Man, that guy looked insane back then. And kind of to wrap this whole segment up, we got actual confirmed news that Kojima is officially out of Konami. And not to mention, we have an actual agreement between Kojima and Sony Entertainment, where he's going to make exclusive games for them. Which is kind of a big deal, considering Kojima is synonymous with gaming talent. He's been doing it for decades. He's up there with the staff at Nintendo for being kind of almost legends among the game-creating community. And what also is really interesting about this is, even though Kojima is gone from Konami, Konami is doubling down on a lot of the IPs he helped them create. Konami's actually kind of hiring and recruiting team members to help make the next Metal Gear game. So as to see where that goes, it's been pretty interesting. There's actually a lot of information, and there's resume application pages you can drop your resume in if you're interested in working at Konami. Which is, something people are into. But, that kind of wraps up the weekly wrap-up. And, it's going to be an interesting week. Star Wars dropped last week. That was kind of a, huge deal. And it's now broken almost world records on how much money it made. I think it was somewhere around $400 million on the first opening weekend. That's insane. So Disney is definitely taking their $3 billion investment in the Star Wars franchise, and they are running with it. But that's the end of the weekly wrap-up. Hope to see you next week. Bye.